Indian Airlines in a tough spot over sustainability goals. It seems like Indian Airlines are caught in a tough spot due to the government's ambitious sustainability goals. Here's the scoop. There's talk of a mandate for airlines to blend 1% sustainable aviation fuel starting in 2025. They have been invited to participate in a green fuel joint venture. But hey, it looks like these plans might have been a tad too ambitious according to insiders. The Civil Aviation Ministry has proposed that Indian Airlines join forces in a joint venture to produce green fuel. The catch? Carriers are being asked to invest 25% of their profits in this venture. Talk about a hefty investment. The goal is to get everyone on the same page and have a shared interest in this important matter. Air India and Indigo have been asked to consider taking up to 5% stakes in this joint venture, which will be partly owned by Indian Oil Corp and a US green fuel company called LanzaJet. Now, while airlines like SpiceJet, Indigo, Air India and Vistara have taken steps towards sustainability, an anonymous airline executive raised some concerns. They mentioned that venturing into the Green Fuel Alliance means diverting attention from their main business of running flights. It's a big decision to dive into a new business with different stakeholders who have their own targets for green fuel. Talk about a complex problem to solve. To add fuel to the fire, the government plans to mandate a 1% blending of sustainable aviation fuel for Indian Airlines by 2025. But hold on a minute, getting green fuel isn't cheap. In fact, it can cost 3 to 10 times more than regular jet fuel. This means airlines will have to brace themselves for higher procurement costs, which might lead to higher airfares. And you know what that means? It could impact the demand of flights. Blending sustainable aviation fuel is still relatively new for Indian Airlines. They've only experimented with a few demonstration flights so far. SpiceJet made history by blending 25% biojet fuel from Jatrova plant with 75% jet fuel back in 2018. But the question is, will the government take a gradual approach to blending starting with international flights? Going all in from 2025 might be a tough pill to swallow for airlines, and they might need a bit more time. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Some airlines like Indigo are already making moves towards sustainable fuel. They signed a deal with the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Indian Institute of Petroleum to produce and use sustainable jet fuel globally. Vistara also took part in a collaboration with Boeing and GE Aerospace using a blend of 30% sustainable fuel and 70% conventional jet fuel on a long-haul route. In conclusion, the discussion is ongoing and airlines are reviewing the proposal. While sustainable aviation fuel availability and cost remain challenging, they are confident that with the government's support, they will overcome these hurdles and move closer to a future of sustainable aviation.